Welcome in here to Riverside Stadium as we're about to begin the opening round of the TCL playoffs here at Riverside Stadium between the Victoria Generals and the Texarkana Twins. Your lineup tonight for the Texarkana Twins, starting things off, will be the third baseman Caleb Lazine, followed by the left fielder Avery George, followed by the center fielder Cam Hill. Hitting fourth will be the catcher Colton Kessler. Hitting fifth will be the shortstop Tanner Sparks. Hitting sixth will be the right fielder Hunter Sutherland. Hitting seventh will be the first baseman Dayton Lane. Hitting eighth will be the second baseman Ryan Collins. And pitching tonight and hitting ninth for the Texarkana Twins is going to be Brandon Dunkelberger. So on the mound tonight for the Victoria Generals is going to be Pedro Garcia. And the Generals and the Twins set the start here in just a moment. The lineup tonight for the Victoria Generals, hitting first will be the shortstop Reese Johnson, followed by Thomas Jeffries at the 2. Playing first base tonight, Michael Williams, the center fielder, will hit third. Marshall Skinner, the catcher, will hit fourth. Luis Vargas, the left fielder, will hit fifth. Ace Evans, the right fielder, will hit sixth. Dominic Cox, the DH, will hit seventh. Giancarlo Servin, the third baseman, will hit eighth. Parker Osborne, the second baseman, will hit ninth. And once again, pitching tonight for your Victoria Generals is going to be Pedro Garcia. So we're going to start things off here at Riverside Stadium with the third baseman, Caleb Lazine. Just moments away here from beginning the opening round of the TCL playoffs. The other game around the TCL tonight, the Brazos Valley Bombers taking on the Cane Cutters, as the first pitch of the game to Lazine is going to miss outside for ball one. So a 1-0 count here to Caleb Lazine to start the game. And the pitch on the way from Garcia is going to be in there for a strike. And the count now 1-1. Once again, left fielder Avery George, the batter, on deck for the Twins. And a 1-1 count here to Lazine. Pitch from Garcia is going to be swung on and foul-tipped back for strike 2, and the count now 1-2. One-game series here in the first round. Winner goes to the championship series, which will be a 3-game series. As the 1-2 pitch from Garcia is just going to miss, is going to be in there for strike 3. And that's going to be the first strikeout of the game for Pedro Garcia, as Caleb Lazine goes down looking for out number 1. So after the strikeout there by Caleb Lazine, the next batter up here for the Texarkana Twins is going to be the left fielder Avery George. One out here in the top of the first. First pitch coming on the way from Garcia will miss high for ball 1. One 1-0 count here to Avery George. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be lined foul over to the right side. And the count now quickly at 1-1. One count to George, the center fielder Cam Hill, the batter, on deck. 1-1 pitch on the way from Garcia. Off speed will be in there for strike 2. And the count now 1-2 here to George. 1-2 count. Wind up and pitch from Garcia. That's going to be swung on a miss for strike 3. Another strikeout for Pedro Garcia for out number 2. So after the strikeout swinging by Avery George, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, the next batter up is going to be the center fielder Cam Hill. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts here for Pedro Garcia. First pitch coming on the way from Garcia to Hill. Hill's going to pop this one up Over to the left side, the third baseman, Servin's going to run under it in foul territory for out number 3. So we're going to head to the bottom of the first. Twins and Generals still tied 0-0. Back here in Victoria, bottom of the first inning, Generals and Twins remain tied 0-0. As the first batter up here for your Victoria Generals is going to be number 9, Reese Johnson. So once again on the mound tonight for the Texarkana Twins is going to be number 35, Brendan Dunkelberger. As the first pitch on the way from Dunkelberger will be in there for strike 1. So Reese Johnson hit .250 on the year for the Generals. And an 0-1 count to Johnson. That one's going to miss inside, and they're going to say it got Johnson right on the elbow, and Johnson's going to be down to first base. Kessler pleading his case. He believes that Johnson leaned into the pitch. But they're going to say, as we're going to have all 3 umpires come here and talk about this, they think Johnson might have leaned into that one. And we're going to have a discussion here. So once again, the winner of this game will go on to play in the championship series to take on either the Brazos Valley Bombers or the Acadiana Cane Cutters, as that game is underway in Bryan, Texas right now. As the Generals sit right now as the 1 seed, the Twins the 4. After the umpires come together, they're going to say that Johnson was actually hit by the pitch. The Twins coach pleading his case. But just like that, the Generals now with the runner on first base, nobody out. So after Johnson is hit by the pitch, the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be number 16, Thomas Jeffries. So Jeffries the batter, Reese Johnson the runner on first. As the first pitch on the way to Jeffries is going to miss down and away for ball 1. So Thomas Jeffries, fantastic season for the Generals this year, hitting .385 on the season. And the count's 1-0 here to Jeffries. 1-0 pitch from Dunkelberger. That one will miss outside. And the count now 2-0. Jeffries also breaking the TCL record for most stolen bases in a single season. Jeffries also winning Player of the Year for the Generals. As the 2-0 pitch, Jeffries is going to pop this one up in the infield. And the third baseman, Lazzini's going to make the over-the-shoulder catch on Jeffries for out number 1. So after the fly out to third base by Jeffries, the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be the center fielder, Michael Williams. So we will continue to update you on the score between the Cane Cutters and the Bombers tonight. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 score. Johnson's going to take off for second base here. Throw from Kessler is going to be in time, and Johnson's going to be thrown out at second base for out number 2. So the catcher, Colton Kessler, showing off the cannon, throwing out Johnson at second base. And now 2 outs here, and an 0-1 count to Michael Williams. 0-1 pitch to Williams is going to be flown into center field. The center fielder, Hill, running back for it, and Hill cannot make the over-the-shoulder catch. Williams is going for 3, and Williams is going to be sent home. This could be an inside-the-park home run. It's going to be a play at the plate. Williams is going to get in there for a slide, and Michael Williams is going to be in there with an inside-the-park home run here in the bottom of the first inning to take a quick 1-0 lead. So an inside-the-park home run by Williams means the Generals now lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. So Williams with the clutch play there, Generals lead 1-0, and the next batter up here is going to be number 3, Marshall Skinner. As the first pitch from Dunkelberger is going to be right down the middle for strike 1. What a way to spark the crowd here in the bottom of the first inning. As the 0-1 count to Skinner, that one's going to be in there for a strike, and the count now quickly 0-2. 0-2 count to Skinner. Pitch on the way. Skinner's going to line this one into the gap, and it's going to be a base hit for Marshall Skinner here in the bottom of the first inning. So a now runner on first base, 2 outs. And the next batter up here is going to be number 6, Luis Vargas. So Vargas up to the plate, runner on first, 2 outs. First pitch on the way from Dunkelberger will be right down the middle for strike 1. Count sits 0-1 here to Luis Vargas, hit .315 in the regular season. And the 0-1 pitch on the way to Vargas, that one's going to miss outside. And the count is now even at 1-1. 1-1 count to Vargas. 1-1 pitch on the way. Vargas is going to foul that one back. Losing his balance there, and the count now 1-2. So the crowd now fired up here at Riverside Stadium after the inside-the-park home run by Michael Williams. Generals lead 1-0. 1-2 count here to Luis Vargas. Skinner, the runner on first. 1-2 pitch from Dunkelberger is going to miss outside to move the count now to 2-2. 2-2 count to Vargas. Chase Evans, the batter, on deck. 2-2 pitch from Dunkelberger will miss down and away for ball 3. And the count now full here to Luis Vargas. 3-2 pitch on the way. Vargas is going to pop this one up behind. And it's going to be over towards the Twins dugout, and it's going to get into the Twins dugout for a foul ball.
Don't get fouled by competition. Call on the Padres design for your custom t-shirts, wraps,
So a full 3-2 count here to Luis Vargas. Generals lead 1-0 here in the opening round of the TCL playoffs. 3-2 pitch on the way to Vargas. That one is going to be in there for strike 3, and it's going to be a strikeout for Brendan Dunkelberger. And we're going to head to the top of the second inning. Generals lead 1-0 after the Michael Williams inside the park home run. Back here in Victoria, top of the second inning. Generals lead the Twins 1-0. Leading things off here for the Texarkana Twins is going to be the catcher Colton Kessler. And an update from around the TCL, the Cane Cutters lead the Bombers 1-0 in the top of the second inning. So Kessler looking to get things started here for the Twins. And the first pitch from Garcia is going to be in there for strike 1. So an 0-1 count here to Colton Kessler. Tanner Sparks, the batter on deck. Quick time here by the home plate umpire. Oh, 1 count to Kessler. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Kessler is going to foul this one back. And the count now 0-2. So Colton Kessler, the power hitter for the Twins, competed in the TCL Home Run Derby this year. And if you're a Twins fan, you would love Kessler to send one over the wall here as his team trails 1-0. As the 0-2 pitch on the way, Kessler's going to swing and miss at that one for strike 3. Third strikeout of the night for Pedro Garcia. So Colton Kessler strikes out swinging. And the next batter up here for the Texarkana Twins is going to be the shortstop, Tanner Sparks. As the first pitch on the way from Garcia will miss off the glove of Skinner, 4-1. So in case you missed it, hectic play here at Riverside Stadium. Michael Williams hits one over the center fielder's head. Hustles all the way around the bags and gets an inside the park home run. And the Generals take a quick 1-0 lead. 1-0 pitch on the way to Sparks. That one's going to be swung on and missed. And the count is now even at 1-1. One count. Pitch from Garcia off speed's going to be in there for strike 2. Swing and a miss by Sparks. And the count now 1-2. Hunter Sutherland, the batter, on deck. 1-2 pitch coming on the way from Garcia. That one's going to be popped up in the infield. The first baseman, Jeffries, hustling for it. And Jeffries is going to make the catch in foul territory for out number 2. So Thomas Jeffries hustles over towards the Twins dugout, makes the catch, and now 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. The next batter up is going to be the right fielder, Hunter Sutherland. So Sutherland, the batter. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. First pitch on the way is going to be grounded right over to the shortstop, Johnson. Throw from Johnson over to first is going to be in time for out number 3. And we're going to head to the bottom of the second inning. Twins go 1-2-3. And the Generals lead the Twins 1-0. Back here in Victoria, bottom of the second inning. Generals with a 1-0 lead over the Twins. First batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Chase Evans, as the first pitch from Dunkelberger is going to be right down the middle for strike 1. Chase Evans sitting 287 during the regular season. The 0-1 count. Evans is going to line this one foul over to the left side, and the count now quickly 0-2 to Evans. Dominic Cox, the batter, on deck. And the count quickly 0-2 here to Chase Evans. Five batters tonight that Brendan Dunkelberger has faced, as the 0-2 will miss outside, moving the count now to 1-2. One-two count to Evans. Pitch on the way from Dunkelberger. That one will be fouled back. And the count now sits at 1-2. Once again, Generals lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning, as the pitch to Evans is going to be popped up over to the right side. And Lane hustled over for it, but it got over the fence for another foul ball. 1-2 count. Wind up coming. Pitch on the way from Dunkelberger. That one is bouncing in the dirt. 4-2. Two count to Evans. Dominic Cox, the batter, on deck. Pitch on the way. Evans is going to line this one up the middle, and it's going to be in there for a base hit as he gets over the glove of the second baseman Collins. And Chase Evans is going to be on first base here with nobody out in the bottom of the second. So after the base hit by Chase Evans, the next batter up here for your Victoria Generals is going to be the designated hitter, Dominic Cox. Runner on first, nobody out. Third hit of the game for the Generals. And the pitch on the way from Dunkelberger will miss outside for ball one. So Dominic Cox hitting .237 on the year for the Generals. Had a home run in the ninth inning to send the game to extras versus the Bombers in the final game of the regular season. As the 1-0 pitch on the way, Cox is going to pop this one up in the infield. And it's going to be made over there by the shortstop Tanner Sparks for out number one. So after Dominic Cox flies out to the shortstop Servin, bottom of the second inning here, one out. Giancarlo Servin will be the next batter up. So Servin will step in. Runner remains on first base. Throw over to first in the pickoff attempt. It's not successful. Giancarlo Servin hitting .277 on the year for the Generals. And Parker Osborne, the batter, on deck. Evans over at first, getting a big lead. Dunkelberger's going to throw over again in another pickoff attempt. Generals lead 1-0 here in the bottom of. So that's going to be an RBI double for Parker Osborne. And just like that, the Generals now lead 2-0 here over the Texarkana Twins. So Parker Osborne with the RBI double. Generals lead 2-0. And the next batter up here for the Victoria Generals is going to be Reese Johnson. So the first pitch on the way to Johnson will be in there for strike one. So once again, for those who missed it, Parker Osborne hitting an RBI double, scoring Evans from second, and the Generals now lead 2-0. As the 0-1 pitch, Johnson's going to foul this one off, and the count now 0-2. Parker Osborne, the runner, on second base. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be grounded right up the middle to Dunkelberger. He's going to throw over to first for out number 3, but Parker Osborne hits an RBI double, and the Generals now lead 2-0 as we head to the third inning. Back here in Victoria, top of the third inning. Generals lead the Twins 2-0. Leading things off here for the Texarkana Twins is going to be the first baseman, Dayton Lane. As the first pitch from Garcia is going to be in there for strike one. So Michael Williams hits the inside the park home run in the bottom of the first for a 1-0 lead. And Parker Osborne hits the RBI double for the 2-0 lead. As the 0-1 pitch will miss outside and the count now 1-1. 1-1 count here to Dayton Lane. Pitch on the way from Garcia is going to be grounded right over the second baseman. Osborne throw over to first. Will be easy for out number one. And the count now quickly 0-2 here to Ryan Collins. And just like that, 2 out. First pitch to Dunkelberger is going to be in there for a strike. And the count quickly at 0-1. 0-1 count to the pitcher, Dunkelberger. That one will miss down in the dirt to make the count now 1-1. One count. Wind up and pitch here from Garcia. Off speed, that one. And we're only in the top of the third inning. 1-2 pitch coming on the way. That one's going to be swung on a miss for strike three. And the Twins go 1-2-3 once again. And we're going to head to the bottom of the third inning. Generals with a 2-0 lead over the Texarkana Twins. Back here in Victoria, bottom of the third inning. Generals with a 2-0 lead over the Texarkana Twins. And leading things off here for the Victoria Generals is going to be the first baseman, Thomas Jeffries. First pitch on the way to Jeffries. Jeffries is going to fly this one to left field. First pitch on the way to Jeffries. Jeffries is going to fly this one to left field. The left fielder, Keys, is going to run under it for out number one. So now with 1 out here after the Jeffries fly out, the next batter up is going to be the center fielder, Michael Williams. First pitch on the way to Williams will be high and away, missing for ball one. So Michael Williams, the reason the game quickly went 1-0 with the inside the park home run, as Williams is going to take a huge swing and a miss at that one to move the count now to 1-1. One pitch on the way, big swing and a miss once again by Williams. And the count now moves to 1-2. 1-2 count to Michael Williams. Pitch from Dunkelberger. That one misses high and inside. And the count now 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. That one is going to miss outside. And the count is now back to full 3-2 here to Michael Williams. 3-2 pitch coming on the way from Dunkelberger. Williams is going to foul that one back to stay alive here in the at-bat. 3-2 pitch on the way. Williams is going to swing at that one. And that is going to be a strikeout for Brendan Dunkelberger on Michael Williams for out number 2. So after the strikeout by Michael Williams, and Skinner is going to send this one over the left field wall. And just like that, with the solo home run by Marshall Skinner, the Generals are going to take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So Skinner sails one over the left field wall. Generals lead 3-0. And sitting pretty good here at Riverside Stadium. So once again, Marshall Skinner with the solo home run. 1-0 count here to Caleb Lazine. And Lazine is going to line this one into left field, and it's going to be a base hit here for Caleb Lazine to get things started here in the top of the 4th for the Twins. So Lazine lines into left with the now on first base, nobody out. Here for the Twins as Avery George is going to be the next batter up. As the first pitch on the way to George. 1-1 count to George. That one's going to be swung on and missed. And the count now moves to 1-2. 1-2 count to George. Cam Hill, the batter, on deck. As Garcia throws over to first base towards Lazine in the pickoff attempt. One-two count. Garcia over first once again in another pickoff attempt of Lazine. So the Generals with the 3-0 lead after Marshall Skinner hits the solo home run in the bottom of the 3rd inning to add another run to the board as the 1-2 pitch is going to miss high for ball 2. So Michael Williams inside the park home run, Parker Osborne RBI double, and Marshall Skinner solo home run are how the Generals have 3 on the board. 2-2 count to Avery George, pitch on the way. Off speed will miss outside, and it's now a full 3-2 count. Full 3-2 count here to George. So after the strikeout by Avery George, now 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. And the next batter up is going to be the center fielder Cam Hill, as the first pitch to Hill is going to be fouled back for strike 1. So that strikeout on Avery George by Pedro Garcia was his 6th of the night. Only 1 hit given up so far, 2 by Garcia. And the count 0-1 here to Cam Hill. Hill's looking to bunt, but cannot get. Generals with 5 hits tonight. The Twins with only 0-2 pitch on the way. Hill is going to line this one into right field. And the Twins now with runners on first and second and only 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. So Cam Hill on with the the single. And now runners on first and second, 1 out here for Colton Kessler, who will be the tying run at the plate. So Kessler, the batter. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Pitch on the way from Garcia. Kessler is going to foul this one off the end of the bat for strike 1. So once again, starting things off here in the top of the 4th, Caleb Lazine was on with the single. Avery George struck out for out number 1, and then Cam Hill is on with the single, and the Twins now with runners on first and second. 0-1 count here to the catcher, Colton Kessler. Garcia looks over to second. 0-1 pitch on the way. Kessler's going to foul this one back. And the count now quickly 0-2. Count to Kessler. The batter on deck is Tanner Sparks. Pitch on the way. Kessler's going to foul another one back to stay alive here in the at-bat. Count remains 0-2. Runners on first and second. 0-2 pitch on the way from Garcia. That one's going to be grounded up the middle. This could be 2. Osborne's flip over to second. And Johnson is going to sail it over the head of Jeffries. And the Twins are going to get a run across the board after Cam Hill alters the throw by Reese Johnson. A heads-up play over there by Hill. Sliding into second base as Johnson tried to hop over him. Sails it over the head of Jeffries. And the Twins get a runner across the plate, and it's now 3-1. So the Twins cut into the lead here with that play. And now 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Tanner Sparks will be the batter up with a runner on first base. First pitch on the way from Garcia. That one will be swung on and missed for strike 1. Tanner Sparks 0 for 1 tonight. Here for the Twins, who have 1 run here in the top of the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch on the way. That one will be swung on and missed. And the count now sits 0-2. 0-2 count. Garcia looks over at Kessler on first. 0-2 count to Sparks. That one will miss high. And the count now 1-2. So just when you thought all the momentum was in the Generals' favor, the Twins get a run to chip into the lead. And the fans are a little more quiet now here at Riverside Stadium. But the 1-2 count to Sparks. Pitch on the way. Sparks is going to line that one into the gap. And Kessler's going to go around second base. And they're going to send Kessler home. This could be a run here for the Twins. Sparks is going for 3. And just like that, Tanner Sparks is going to slide into third base. And the Twins cut into the lead with the Tanner Sparks RBI triple. And it's now 3-2 Generals. The Twins refusing to give up. Here in the ball game, Tanner Sparks comes through. And now the Generals' lead is down to 3-2. And a runner on third base, 2 outs. Here for the right fielder, Hunter Sutherland. So what an absolute turn of events that has just taken place. The Twins are on the scoreboard and are a base hit away from tying the game up. as the first pitch from Garcia is going to miss outside for ball one. And that hit by Tanner Sparks was just in the perfect spot if you're a Twins fan, because it was right in between that center field and right field gap. And the 1-0 pitch to Sutherland, that one will be fouled back. And the count is now even at 1. So the last series these two teams played, the Twins and the Generals actually split. So this is no cakewalk here for either team. And the 1-1 count to Sutherland. Pitch on the way, that one will be swung on and missed for strike 2. The count sits 1-2 here to Sutherland. Dayton Lane, the batter, on deck. Once again, Twins with a runner on third, just a base hit away from tying up the ball game. And the 1-2 pitch to Sutherland, off speed's going to be fouled back into the netting to remain alive here in the at-bat. 3-2 Generals lead. Twins have added 2 here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-2 count to Sutherland. Wind up and pitch from Garcia. That one is going to miss just outside. And the count now evens up at 2. 2-2 count. Wind up and pitch from Garcia. That one misses outside. It's now a 3-2 count here to Hunter Sutherland. Three-two count. Wind up here from Garcia. Pitch on the way soon. 3-2 pitch. That one's going to miss high for ball 4. And Hunter Sutherland's going to be down to first base with the walk. And the Twins are still cooking something up here in the top of the 4th as Michael Oros is going to come out for the mound visit on Pedro Garcia. And we're going to step aside for just a moment. Once again, runners now on first and third for the Twins. 2 outs here for the first baseman, Dayton Lane. Top of the 4th inning, runners on first and third. 2 outs here for the first baseman, Dayton Lane. Generals lead the Twins 3-2 as the Twins have taken the air out of the ballpark here at Riverside Stadium. Garcia remains on the mound. First pitch on the way from Garcia. Big. Evans will be the first batter up here for the Victoria. 1-1 count here to Cox as that one's going to be fouled back. And the count now 1-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2 count to Dominic Cox. Pitch on the way from Dunkelberger. That one misses outside. To move the count now to 2-2. So the Bombers have closed the gap on the Cane Cutters. And it's now a tied 1-1 game. Three-two count here to Servin. Runner on first base, still 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Generals lead the Twins 3-2. 3-2 pitch on the way. Servin's going to line this one into center field. But the center fielder, Cam Hill, is going to run under it for the 2nd out of the inning. So Servin lines out to center. And now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, the next batter up is going to be the 2nd baseman, Parker Osborne. So Osborne had the RBI double in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Has Dominic Cox on first. As Cox is going to take off for second. Throw down to second from Kessler is going to go way over the head of the 2nd baseman and the shortstop. And it's going to be a stolen bag for Dominic Cox. On the way, Collins is going to ground this one up to Osborne. Close play over at first, but it's going to be in time for out number 1. So after the ground out by Ryan Collins, the next batter up here for the Texarkana Twins is going to be the pitcher, Brendan Dunkelberger. Dunkelberger batting and pitching tonight in the ballgame as the So an 0-1 count here to Brendan Dunkelberger. Count now sits at 0-2. 0-2 pitch coming on the way. That one is going to he's going to be in there for strike 3. And Brendan Dunkelberger is going to go down looking for Pedro Garcia's 8th strikeout of the night. And now 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. So we go back to the top of the order here for the Texarkana Twins. The 3rd baseman, Caleb Lazane, will be the batter up. Two outs in the top of the 5th inning. Generals with a 3-2 lead here in round number 1. As the first pitch from Garcia will be in there for strike 1. Caleb Lazine tonight 1 for 2 with a run scored and a strikeout. 0-1 count to Lazine. Will miss down and outside for ball 1. 1-1 count to Lazine. Avery George, the batter, on deck. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one will miss high and inside for ball 2. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Riverside Stadium. Generals with a 3-2 lead over the Twins, and the first batter up here for the Generals is going to be Reese Johnson. Dunkelberger remains on the mound, and the first pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Reese Johnson. As Johnson is going to be hit in the back, but they're going to say that Reese Johnson actually leaned into that one, and they're going to send him back to the plate. And we're going to have an argument at the plate here by head coach Michael Oros, as the home plate umpire is going to make Johnson go back to the plate here. Might not be just an argument, just a conversation trying to figure it out. Oros talking with the home plate umpire. Johnson was hit by a pitch earlier in the game, and the Twins head coach claimed that Johnson leaned into it. Oros pleading his case over there. No real argument, though, as Johnson will go back to the plate. And the count will now be 1-1 here to Reese Johnson. Generals clinging on to a 3-2 lead over the Texarkana Twins. Generals quickly got out to a 3-0 lead, but the Twins added 2 in the top of the 4th. And the 1-1 pitch to Johnson will miss down and away for ball 2. Two-one count to Johnson. Pitch on the way from Dunkelberger. That one's going to miss inside. Excuse me, the count was at 3-1, and that was ball 4. So Reese Johnson will be down to first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we're going to have a mound visit here. And the Twins head coach is going to come out and talk to Brendan Dunkelberger real quick. And we're going to step aside for just a moment. Once again, runner on first base, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Thomas Jefferson. So after the mound visit, Jeffries will be the batter. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, runner on first. Jeffries looking to bunt, but is going to pull back instead and is going to foul this one off for the first pitch. So the count now 0-1 here to Thomas Jeffries, sitting at 0 for 2 tonight for the Generals. Once again, runner on first base. Nobody out after Reese Johnson draws the walk. Oh, 1 count to Jeffries. Jeffries looking to bunt once again. But the pitch is going to miss outside from Dunkelberger to move the count to 1-1. One count to Thomas Jeffries. Michael Williams, the batter, on deck. Jeffries looking to bunt. Jeffries is going to get the bunt down the first baseline, and Thomas Jeffries is going to beat it out. So Jeffries is going to be thrown out at first on the close play. Or excuse me, not Jeffries. Williams will be thrown out at. So now 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning after the Williams bunt is not successful, and the Twins are going to make a pitching change. And we're going to step aside for just a moment. Once again, bottom of the 6th inning, Generals with runners on second and third. And the new pitcher in here for the Texarkana Twins is going to be number 29, Jesus Gomez. So Jesus Gomez, the new pitcher in for the Twins, and the batter up now is going to be the catcher, Marshall Skinner. Once again, runners on second and third here for Skinner. One out in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch coming on the way from Gomez is going to miss inside for ball 1. So the final stats for Brendan Dunkelberger: 4 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits given up, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And the count is now 1-0 here, as Skinner is going to pop that one up foul to even the count up now at 1. Generals in striking distance here in this at-bat by 1 count to Marshall Skinner. Pitch on the way from Gomez. That one misses inside, and the count now 2-1. So a 2-1 count to Gomez. Skinner is 2 for 2 tonight with a run scored and an RBI. And the 2-1 pitch on the way. That one's going to be floated into left field. George is going to run under it. This could be a tag up here by Johnson. Johnson is going to not tag up as he pulls back at the last second. And that will be the second out of the inning. So Skinner flies out to left field. And now a runner still on second and third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th for Luis Vargas. So Vargas now the batter. Runners on second and third. Pitch on the way from Gomez. Will be in there for strike one. And the count is now 0-1. Oh, 0-1 count to Vargas, who's 0 for 2 tonight for the Generals. 0-1 pitch. That one will be in there as Vargas dodges out of the way of it. Vargas upset with the call. And the count is now 0-2. Fans heckling the home plate umpire after they thought that was a poor call. And the count is now 0-2. Gomez just 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Wind up and pitch on the way from Gomez. That one's going to be flown foul over to the right side. And Luis Vargas will remain alive here in the at-bat. So an 0-2 count to Luis Vargas. And as I mentioned, 0 for 2 tonight with the strikeout. Chase Evans, the batter, on deck. Oh, 2 count, pitch coming on the way. Pitch on the way. That one's going to get past the catcher, Kessler, on the wild pitch, and the Generals are going to get a run across the plate. And the game is now 4-2 Generals. So the wild pitch there by Gomez gets a run across the plate. And Jeffrey scoots down to third, and now a runner on third base, 2 outs. And the count now 1-2 here to Luis Vargas. One, 2 count to Vargas. Evans, the batter, on deck. Runner now on third base. Pitch on the way. That one is going to get off the glove of Kessler, and that's going to be another run across the plate. Here for... So the Generals now lead 5-2 after 2 wild pitches by Gomez. And the count sits 2-2 here to Luis Vargas. 2-2 pitch on the way. That one will miss down and away. And the count is now full 3-2. Full 3-2 count. Three-two pitch from Gomez to Vargas is going to be swung on and fouled back. Vargas just getting a tip of that ball. And the count remains still full at 3-2. So once again, the winner of this game will play the winner of the Acadiana Cane Cutters and the Brazos Valley Bombers. One game series here in the first round. And then the championship series will be a 3-game series. As the 3-2 pitch is going to be popped up over to the right side. And it's going to be fouled out of play, and Luis Vargas making it tough here for Gomez. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chase Evans remains on. here with the 3-2 count. 3-2 pitch on the way. That one's going to be grounded right up the middle, right to the shortstop Sparks, who throws over to first for out number 3. But the Generals get 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th and take a 5-2 lead heading into the 7th inning. Top of the 7th inning, back here in Victoria. Avery George is going to lead things off here for the Twins. The Generals hanging on to a 5-2 lead after scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning to add some breathing room. First pitch on the way to George. It's going to be in there for strike 1. So Avery George tonight, rough night, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Pedro Garcia remains on the mound in the 0-1 count. Is going to miss outside for ball 1. Cam Hill, the batter on deck. And the 1-1 count to George. Off speed, that one will be in there for a strike, and it's now a 1-2 count. Latest update that I have acquired the Brazos Valley Bombers with a 2-1 lead over the Cane Cutters. Not sure what inning it is in over there in Bryan, Texas. But the 1-2 count, that one's going to be in there for strike 3. And another strikeout here tonight for Pedro Garcia. His 9th of the game and the 3rd strikeout of the night for Avery George. So after the strikeout by George, the center fielder Cam Hill will step up to bat. And the first pitch on the way from Garcia is going to be swung on and missed for strike 1. Oh, 1 count here. And that pitch will be outside, missing, and the count is now 1-1. One count here to Cam Hill. Colton Kessler, the batter, on deck. Pitch on the way. That one is going to be flown foul over to the left side to move the count now to 1-2. One-two count here to Hill. Hill 1 for 2 tonight. Garcia pitching well tonight. 76 pitches thrown by Garcia. And 3 hits given up on 2 runs. 1-2 count. Wind up and pitch on the way. That one is going to be flown to left field, and the left fielder Vargas is going to run clear back to the wall to make the catch for out number 2. So Cam Hill is going to fly out to left field. And now 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. The next batter up is going to be the catcher, Colton Kessler. So Kessler steps in now 0 for 2 tonight for Kessler. And the first pitch is going to miss down and outside for ball 1. One 0 count to Colton Kessler. Wind up and pitch from Garcia. Will miss outside, and the count now 2-0. Tanner Sparks, the batter, on deck. As the count sits 2-0. 2-0 pitch on the way. Kessler's going to foul that one back to move the count now to 2-1. So if the Generals win tonight and the Brazos Valley Bombers win tonight, the game tomorrow will be here at Riverside Stadium for Game 1 of the Championship Series. But if the Generals win and the Cane Cutters win, Game 1 will be in Lafayette tomorrow night. As the 2-1 pitch misses outside, and it's now a 3-1 count here to Colton Kessler. What's this? 3-1 count to Kessler. Generals warming up pitchers in the pen. 3-1 pitch coming on the way. Kessler is going to line this one up the middle. Johnson is going to not make the play as it's going to bounce off his glove, and it's going to be on first base with Colton Kessler. And the Twins remaining alive here in the top of the 7th inning, now with a runner on first. So Kessler on first base. And now 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning for Tanner Sparks. Sparks had the huge triple that got the scoring started for the Twins in the top of the 4th. And the first pitch to Sparks is going to be swung on and missed for strike 1. So only a 3-run game here. And the Twins are just within arm's reach, trying to climb back into the game. And the 0-1 pitch, that one is going to be in there for strike 2. And the count is now 0-2 here to Tanner Sparks. 0-2 count. 0-2 pitch on the way. Count now sits 0-2 here to Chase Evans. Dominic Cox, the batter, on deck. Count quickly 0-2 here to Chase Evans. As the 0-2 pitch from Gomez, that one is going to be flown into right field. And the right fielder Sutherland is going to run under it for an easy out and out number one. Oh, 1 count to Dominic Cox as that one will be swung on and missed. And the count is now 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. That one will be swung on and missed for strike 3. And now 2 outs after the strikeout. So after the strikeout by Dominic Cox, next batter up here is going to be Giancarlo Servin. Two outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning as the first pitch to Servin will be swung on and missed for strike 1. Oh, 1 count here to Servin. 0 for 2 tonight for the Generals. As the 0-1 pitch from Gomez will miss outside for ball 1. Count now sits 1-1 here to Servin. Wind up and pitch on the way from Gomez. That one will be in there for a strike, and it's now a 1-2 count. One-two count here to Servin. Parker Osborne, the batter, on deck. Generals with a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. One-two pitch on the way. That one is going to be flown foul over to the right side, and Giancarlo Servin stays alive here in the at-bat. Servin 0 for 2 tonight with Osborne on deck. One-two pitch coming on the way. That one will miss down and away for ball 2. Two count to Servin. 2-2 pitch. Servin's going to swing and miss at that one, and that's going to be a strikeout for Gomez, and we're going to head to the 7th. Generals with a 5-2 lead over the Twins. Top of the 7th inning here at Riverside Stadium. Generals with a 5-2 lead over the Twins. And the first batter up here for the Texarkana Twins is going to be the right fielder Hunter Sutherland. To get things started here in the inning, Garcia remains on the mound, and the first pitch on the way is going to miss way high and away for ball one. So a 1-0 count here to Sutherland. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one is going to be flown foul to even the count up at 1. 8th inning in Bryan, Texas. Bombers lead the Can Cutters 2-1. Winner advances on to the championship series. As a 1-1 pitch, that one will be in there for strike. And it's now a 1-2 count. Winner of this game will play the winner of that game in a 3-game series. 1-2 count here to Sutherland. Pitch from Garcia. Bounces down and outside for ball 2. Hunter Sutherland tonight with no hits in the game so far. Batter on deck is Dayton Lane. Two-two pitch on the way from Garcia. Sutherland is going to ground this one over towards the first baseman Jeffries, but it's going to go foul to stay alive here in the at-bat. And that pitch right there was the 90th pitch thrown by Pedro Garcia tonight. 2-2 count here to Sutherland. Pitch on the way. That one will be flown foul once again. And a good quality at-bat here by Hunter Sutherland. Count remains 2-2. Pitch on the way from Garcia. That one misses down and outside. And the count is now full. Hunter Sutherland giving Garcia all the work in the world as the count sits 3-2. Fans chanting, "Let's go Pedro." Quick time here by Sutherland before the pitch. And the count still 3-2. Wind-up and pitch on the way. That one's going to be grounded over to the second baseman, Osborne. Throw over to first for the easy out and for out number 1. So after the ground out by Hunter Sutherland, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning for the first baseman, Dayton Lane. First pitch on the way from Garcia will miss down and away for ball 1. And the count is now 1-0 here to Lane. Lane is going to foul the 1-0 pitch off for strike 1. Ryan Collins, the batter, on deck as Dayton Lane tonight 0 for 2 for the Twins. And the 1-1 pitch on the way from Garcia. That one will be in there for a strike, and it's now a 1-2 count. One-two count here to Lane. Wind up and pitch from Garcia. That one misses down and outside to move the count to 2-2. Once again, Ryan Collins, the batter, on deck for the Twins. And the count is even at 2-2. 2-2 wind up and pitch coming from Pedro Garcia is going to be in there for strike 3. And another strikeout here for Pedro Garcia. 11 tonight for Garcia. And that will be out number 2. So Pedro Garcia records his 11th strikeout. And now with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning, the next batter up is going to be the second baseman, Ryan Collins. First pitch on the way is going to be flown foul over to the right side for strike 1. 0-1 count here to Ryan Collins, who is 0 for 2 tonight for the Twins. Oh, 0-1 pitch coming from Garcia. Off speed will be in there for strike 2. And the count is quickly 0-2 here to Collins. Oh, 0-2 pitch coming. Wind up and throw from Garcia. That one misses down and away for ball 1. 101 pitches thrown tonight by Garcia, as Garcia has thrown so far 7 2/3 innings. 1-2 count to Collins. That one is going to be in there for strike 3. Another strikeout here for Pedro Garcia, his 12th of the night. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 7th inning after the strikeout. The Generals lead the Twins 5-2. Bottom of the 7th inning here at Riverside Stadium. Generals with a 5-2 lead over the Twins. And a new pitcher in the game for the Texarkana Twins is going to be number 28, Austin Cree. And the first batter up that Cree will face is Parker Osborne. And Kessler is going to run out and talk to Cree here quickly before the first pitch. So the Generals held a 3-0 lead heading into the 4th inning, but the Twins quickly scored 2 in the top of the 4th and made it a 3-2 game. But in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Generals scored 2 runs on 2 wild pitches to add some breathing room, and it's now 5-2. Once again, Austin Cree on the mound. Parker Osborne, the first batter. And the first pitch from Cree to Osborne is going to... Jeffries is going to